Hello everyone, and welcome back to Steins Gate. I'm G, and, goodness gracious, I almost called her Rhinet for a second there. Faris has managed to win the Rhinet tournament by the skin of her teeth, because she, didn't listen to us, and didn't put on the damn sunglasses that she was supposed to. But she did do the earplugs, so, that's nice. But anyways, time to convince her of telling us what she put in her D-mail, if she can figure it out, so that we can change the world. But yeah, let's get started. We get to the overpass, and I finally lose sight of all the tournament spectators. Faris, now you'll listen to what I have to say, right?
Yeah.
I brought you sunglasses and earplugs, but I didn't come up with the idea.
Really, yeah? Then who?
You did. Faris looks at me in confusion. To be precise, the you 2 hours from now. The first time you lost the viral attacker's underhanded tactics. And then you asked me to use my time machine to stop them.
Your time machine.
This was a contract, so to speak. You almost remember the D-mail you sent to change the past, even though you should have forgotten. You said that you'd remember if you won the Rhinet tournament.
Huh?
Well, do you remember? It's very important, so I need you to try. Faris stares into my eyes as if she's looking for something. Then she puts a finger against her lips in thought. Finally, she smiles.
Faris was probably pulling your tail, yeah?
What?
That Faris was depressed she lost to the virals, yeah? So when she heard about the time machine, she wanted to use it to win, yeah? Because if she didn't, she'd be too ashamed to see Papa, yeah? I'm sure she just played along with Kyoma and says she remembered. That's what I think, yeah? That's probably what Faris would do, yeah?
No way. Damn, I was a fool to trust this cat girl. I should have expected this from how she normally acts. I breathe a deep sigh and lean on the overpass's guardrail. So in the end, all that work was for nothing. I still need to fix the warp timeline, but I don't know the contents of Faris' D-mail. Faris forgot it ever happened, and it isn't in her send history. What should I do?
Kyoma!
And suddenly, Faris whispers into my ear.
Look into Faris' eyes, nya.
What?
Just look, nya.
Faris' face is right beside mine. Her breath tickles my ear. We're awfully close. Does she plan to kiss me on the lips this time? But her expression is uncharacteristically serious, so I gulp and do as I'm told. I turn to Faris and stare down into her eyes. Faris looks up at me too. If an outsider were to see us, they'd think we were a couple lost in our own world. This is the closest I've ever been to Faris. I'm captivated by the beauty of her features. Wow, her eyelashes are really long.
Nervous, nya?
Of course not. I'm busy solving Fermat's last theorem in my head.
In other words, you're nervous, nya. The truth is, Faris has only one power, nya.
Your power? Do you mean...
It's a secret, but I'll make an exception for Kyoma. Truth is, Faris can read people's minds, nya. I call my power Cheshire Break. What you think, nya? Awesome, nya?
I'm an exception? But the virals knew about it too, didn't they?
I had no idea the cat was out of the bag, nya.
I won't deny the existence of supernatural powers. After all, I have one of my own called Reading Steiner.
Ever since I was small, I could tell what Papa's business partners were thinking from the looks on their faces, nya. It's more like intuition or a sixth sense, nya. Based on eye movements, facial expressions, and gestures, I can tell when someone's lying, nya.
Wait, so you've been using that power at Rhinet tournaments?
Of course, nya. Faris is an entertainer, nya. It's my style to get in a tight spot on purpose so I can make a huge turnaround, nya. Besides, if I wear sunglasses, I can't read my opponent's thoughts, nya.
Is that why she didn't put them on?
It's because of this power that I knew you weren't lying.
But you wouldn't go along with me at all in the beginning, though.
You just rubbed my fur the wrong way, nya.
It feels like she's tricking me again.
And I can tell you're not lying now either, nya. Faris used that D-mail thing to change the past, nya. I believe you, nya. I wish I could remember, but I'm sorry, nya. I can't remember, nya.
I see. We've reached an impasse. I have no choice but to look for some other way. Huh? I suddenly feel intense stares on us. I realize that we're surrounded by people. Are they jealous Faris fans who think I'm her boyfriend? I shudder at the thought, but I don't think that's the case. Then who are they? Mocha's Rounders? Yo! A man clad in black steps forward. Oh, it's the bald spot guy again. What does he want now? I realize that the men surrounding us are all dressed like 4 degrees Celsius. So are all of the guy's viral attacker underlings? 4 degrees Celsius's gaudy white teeth shine. I've got a word with you, champion. Gaia whispered for me to register an objection.
An objection?
You damn pussy. The power to read the minds of your opponents? That's bullshit. I knew you were cheating. He wasn't cheating. You're the ones who were cheating.
Faris doesn't use underhanded tricks like you guys, nya.
The hell you say? I, the Black Nobleman, swear to the god of the elegant evil realm that I never cheat. Though sometimes I do other things. Okay, you corrupt white Siamese cat. I ain't gonna accept that defeat. That last change directory was a fraud. You don't have any proof. Heh, you seem clueless, so I'll tell you. If I say it's black, it's black. That's the truth of Rhinet. These guys came here to make a completely false accusations. Doesn't look like they'll take no for an answer. And they've surrounded us so we can't escape. By the way, your old man's some kind of big shot in Akihabara, isn't he? I bet he pulled strings so they'd let you win. That's what all the hip Rhineters are saying, you know? You're such a scoundrel. You ain't got a bit of elegant evility. You ain't even a white Siamese cat. You're a fat-ass pig crawling in the mud. The crowd grows louder. Beyond the wall of viral henchmen, there are some homebound Rhinet spectators watching from distant. The virals start jeering loudly. Seriously? I thought it went way too well, but you're telling me it was rigged? This cat girl's the worst. So that's the kind of person Faris is. A filthy cheater. That's how it is, champion. No, champion. On your knees, bow before me, the Black Lucifer, 4 degrees Celsius. Rub your head on the ground and beg for mercy. And then forfeit your throne. Do all that, and I swear to Lucifer to forgive you for your deeds. That's right! Turn down your victory! Never come back to Rhinet Access Battlers again! Quit Rhinet, you bitch! Jeers fly from the surrounding virals. None of the onlookers approach. I guess they don't want to get involved. What a farce. How long do we have to listen to this? Let's go, Faris.
Yeah.
I grab Faris's wrist and force our way through the surrounding virals. As we run from the place, I look back and see. Hold it right there! 4 degrees Celsius and his group are chasing after us. All we can do is run. Let's answer the phone while we run. Daru. Hello? It's me. What? I'm busy now! You still at the hall? No! You haven't seen Faris 10, have you? Actually, everything's on fire. On fire? What is? Their blogs and fan sites. Damn, the viral attackers must be flooding the net with false accusations. Those scumbags! I'm hanging up! I press the end call button and run even faster.
Yoma, those guys are still tailing us, nya!
Keep running. Just keep running. While gasping for oxygen, I pull Faris by the hand and run faster. We zigzag through the streets of Akiba until we loop back to UBX. Faris's home is right next door. We should have gone there first. My lungs are on fire. My legs are aching.
Yoma, look, nya!
What? Faris tugs at my sleeve, stopping me. I look at where she's pointing, and there I see several unsavory-looking young men clad in black leather loitering near the apartment building's entrance. Damn, they've got here first.
We can't go in like this, nya!
Let's get out of here. We try to cut through Yodobashi and head to Showadori, but get caught en route. There they are! Text the location! Damn, how many of them are there? All we can do is turn back. We won't make any more progress if we keep running like this. We need to find somewhere we can rest. The lab. We can manage something if we escape there. We need to get there somehow. But there are virals loitering around the lab. There's no way we can get past them. We end up seeking refuge in the ramen shop behind the lab. The ramen shop behind the lab. On another world line, this was Make Me Nyan Nyan, where Faris and Mayuri worked as maids.
Why are we stopping here, Nya? We need to run!
Make Me's second floor now seems to be the storehouse for the ramen shop downstairs. Actually, that might be the perfect place to hide. I take Faris's hand and run up the stairs. In the empty room are piles of what seem to be bags of flour. Faris and I hide behind one such pile. I just hope nobody saw us come in. Let's wait here until those assholes give up. I take out my phone and open the composed mail screen. To Daru. Help! I send Daru an SOS. Faris and I are hiding above Ramen Saburo. It's mostly empty with some sacks of wheat flour. Nothing that looks useful as a weapon, and nothing big enough to hide behind. The viral attackers are chasing us, and I don't think they can be reasoned with. Normally I'd have no trouble taking on all of them, but I can't use my full strength with Faris nearby. Call us a taxi, pronto. I send the email. Whew. It's hot as hell in here. The running has made me thirsty. If this were May Queen, we'd have air conditioning and I could get something to drink.
Yeah?
Oh, nothing. I just said the first thing that came to mind, but Faris looks at me strangely.
How do you know the name of the maid cafe that was supposed to open here, Nya?
Eh?
Oh, I know. We opened up the homepage for a little bit to post maid recruiting information, Nya. Did you see it?
It was supposed to open?
Faris organized the...
Organized. Yeah, okay.
Faris organized the cafe's plans and passed it through the conference. It was almost a done deal, Nya. But at the last moment, Papa put his paw down and the plan died, Nya. Papa's such a blockhead, Nya. If he left the store to me, it would have been the best maid cafe in all of Japan with costumes and fantastic maids, Nya. It would have even pulled customers to Akiba from all the way over in Ueno and Ikebukuro. It's such a waste, Nya.
The Akihabara I know catered to fans of games, anime, and moe culture. The current Akihabara is still the electric town of old. This used to be the maid cafe, Meikui Nyanyan. But now, it's a ramen shop. And if I remember correctly, Faris wasn't this attached to Rhina Access battlers on the previous world line. Faris. No. Akiha Rumiho.
Anya?
You're the Akiha daughter and heir, so you go to the Akihabara City Development Conferences too, right?
Yeah, I don't attend, yeah.
You don't? But didn't you say that... Did she say that before the world line changed?
Papa's the one who goes to the conferences, yeah. Why would Faris have to go, yeah?
Then why did you go to the conferences?
Like I said, I don't, yeah.
That's right. It makes no sense for a high school girl to participate in development conferences, much less be the mastermind behind the moeification of Akiba. Moe shops began to spring up around 2002, didn't they? Back then, Faris was still 9 years old. Could this be a clue to the contents of Faris's D-mail? Your dad's into retro PCs, right?
Yeah, by the way, we still haven't found an IBM 5100, yeah.
Has your dad ever sold any or given one away? On another world line, Faris's dad donated the IBM 5100 to Yanabayashi Shrine. Or was it Faris who did that?
Never, yeah. Papa loves all of his PCs he's collected, yeah. He'd never get rid of one, yeah.
Then why did he donate the IBM 5100? Do you have any retro PCs, Faris?
I don't get Papa's hobby at all, yeah. Faris likes cosplay and anime and cute things, yeah.
The reason the moe shops disappeared was because Faris didn't participate in the city development conferences. I guess that's what the D-mail was about. Let's say you participated in city development ever since you were a child.
I put moe shops all over Akiba, nya. Just visit Komi-ma and you'll see the wonder of Otaka power, nya. I'm sure more people would visit Akiba then, nya.
That aside, if you no longer want to participate after participating for all that time, how would you stop yourself in the past?
Is this some sort of psychological test, nya?
It's just a hypothetical question. Faris ponders this for a while.
A dramatic way would be perfect.
What?
Like you see on TV, nya. Faris is weak to drama, nya. I probably got that from Papa, nya.
Really?
For example, if Faris got kidnapped or...
Suddenly, Faris falls silent. It's a dark room. I can't read her expression.
Kidnapped?
Faris? What's wrong? Faris suddenly clutches her head.
My head hurts, nya. Hey, Kyoma. Faris has been feeling funny since coming to the storehouse, nya. Even though I only came here once back when I was a little kitten. It feels really nostalgic. Like I've been here many times, nya.
What does this mean? Is she messing with me again? No, this feels too real. Her face lights up. And then she grabs my arm.
I remember.
Remember what?
I remember, nya.
The force of her declaration stifles my response.
Make we nyan. Kyoma and Dara, nya, were regular customers, nya. And Mayushi worked there too, nya.
Really? You really remember that? Faris nods.
And how Kyoma and Daru talked about the time machine at the store, and how I asked to use it in return for helping find an IBN 5100. And how later I convinced Kyoma and Daru nya it was weird to compare time to a river. And how I took the blood oath to become a lab mem.
I'd almost forgotten those things myself. And the D-mail? Do you remember what you sent? Faris lets out a sigh. Her smile suddenly disappears. Don't tell me that's all she remembers. Or was she tricking me again?
I remember, but you said that you have to cancel it, nya?
Yes, I need to undo the changes made to the past by your D-mail.
You can't, nya!
Faris shakes her head violently and presses her body against me again. We're alone in this dim storehouse. I can feel her hot breath against my cheek. There's no one here to see us. We're safe. I feel myself getting excited by her proximity. Is this really the time? Rintaro. No, I need to keep my cool.
You can't undo it, nya.
Please listen, Faris. Mayuri's life depends on it.
Mayushi's?
If we don't return the world line to normal, if I don't get that IBN 5100, then Mayuri will die. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's the truth. So please, I need to send another D-mail and cancel the one you...
The wish Faris made with her D-mail.
Faris cuts in, as if to silence me. Her eyes are wet, reflecting the dim light.
The wish Faris made was to save Papa, who died 10 years ago, nya.
What?
I exchanged the past where Papa died for a past where he didn't die, nya.
You mean that kind-looking man, her father, died 10 years ago? That's consistent with everything now that I think about it. Faris really has remembered her D-mail. Now that I know the result, all I have to do is send the cancellation D-mail. But it's not so simple. I need to cancel the D-mail that prevented her father's death 10 years ago. Isn't that the same as killing him again? Huh? I hear the door open and quickly cover Faris's mouth with my hand. Is Faris really hiding in here? Someone saw two people who looked like them go inside. Crap! Someone saw us? We need to do something. If they call their friends, we're done for. Oh. Oh. Where are you? So you were here, Faris. Yeah? Okabe, can you hear me? We called a taxi, but it'll take some time to get there. I don't know who this is yet. Kurisu. You exposed us to the pursuers. They're right in front of us. Hey, come out. There's no point in hiding.
I see. Then I'll lecture you on how to escape. You're in the same place.
You're in the place you were before, right? The men are approaching our hiding spot, but because the room is dark, it seems they can't tell where we are. I listen carefully to Kurisu's voice.
Scatter the flower and make a break for it, okay?
Scatter the flower?
Then switch on the light.
Now I get it. Roger, over and out. Then I see the light reflect off of something. One of the men has a butterfly knife. He opens the blade with a flourish. I quickly rip open a nearby wheat flour sack and toss its contents into the air. The scattered white powder shines in the sunlight through the window. What the hell? I can't see. Blech. Slipping past the disoriented men, I carry Faris towards the exit. Right next to the exit, I see the light switch. I push Faris out first, then flip the switch right before shutting the door. Right as we get out, a sound like firecrackers resounds from the other side of the door. A dust explosion. I've seen the same trick used by guys like MacDiver? Not MacGyver? Okay. MacDiver and Master Cheatin'. That should distract them long enough for us to escape. I don't know how to do a cough sound with her voice. I'm sorry. Faris coughs, shaking wheat flour off of her clothes and hair. But there's no time to spare. The taxi still isn't here. But it's not like we can wait for it. We need to leave here now. However, you're not getting away. Get him! Crap. We were headed for the lab, but got ambushed.
Oh no!
Soon, Faris and I are surrounded by men with the fires of hatred burning in their eyes. Yo, we got you now. The crowd parts down the middle, and 4°C steps forward, wearing a hat. I'll tell you one thing. You can't escape my totally bad black aura. I shield Faris with my body. 4°C cracks his knuckles and smiles. I always fight the system, and once again my elegant evil story ends in perfect victory. Stop! Don't you lay a finger on me. The only thing I can do is stop faltering, is to go into Hoen Kyoma mode. If you take another step, the power in my right arm will break free! Always at the front line of the scene stands one man. That one man is the peacock flapping its black wings. Wah! Calm down, right arm of mine! No, the seal is coming undone! Run away, all of you! Your lives are in jeopardy! I'll elegantly floor you with my crazy dance. The one chosen by the jet black wings is none other than I. No. My right hand! My right hand! Please stop! I don't want to kill anymore! Hey, what the hell is he doing? Something strikes the top of my head. One of the virals threw a can at me. Don't let him trick you, he's just a textbook Chunibyo case. Yeah, like you guys can talk. Whatever, just kick his ass! Very well, then prepare yourselves, releasing restriction sit. Before I can finish, 4°C kicks me in the solar plexus. Ugh.
Kyoma!
He grabs the top of my head and knees me repeatedly. Finally, he lets go of my hair. I start coughing as soon as I hit the ground. Next, 4°C lays into me with 4 heavy kicks to the head and body. I raise my arms to protect my face. I told you, man, the coldest ice burns. That's frostbite, you idiot! Why you? He starts stomping on me with his booted heels.
Kyoma!
All I can feel is pain. I abandon all thought and wait for the storm to pass.
Stop it, ya! Don't hurt Kyoma anymore!
Don't tell me what to do. I only listen to the whispers of Gaia. 4°C grabs my thumb in both hands, then he starts to twist.
Stop it! Someone help!
I hear a sound. A car's exhaust. The honking of a horn. A limousine barrels into the alleyway at terrific speed. Everyone screams and scares to avoid it. The smell of burnt rubber. Tire tracks on the asphalt. The limousine stops right in front of my fallen body. The back door opens. Get inside!
Papa!
But I can't even stand up. There's no strength in my body left. My vision's blurry too. Slender arms wrap around my body, pulling me towards the car. The soft scent of citrus tickles my nose.
Hang in there, nya!
I let her help me into the limousine. Wait, you're not getting away! The door shuts, cutting off his shouting. The car speeds off like a bullet. There's a softness under my head. We're inside the limousine. My head is resting on Faris's lap. Every inch of my body feels like it's on fire. And at the same time, there's a terrible cold in my bones. I can barely hear. My ears are ringing. The urge to vomit has receded at least. They really messed me up. According to Faris's dad, he was racing to UBX to congratulate Faris when he saw us. A fortunate coincidence indeed. Is this also the choice of Steins Gate? I really need to thank you, Okabe-kun. Thank you for protecting my daughter. Protecting? I'm no hero. If I had the strength, I would prostrate myself right now before this man. I wasn't able to do anything against those guys. I was pathetic. Absolutely not. You saved my daughter's life. He shakes my hand firmly in gratitude.
Oh, Papa, I thought I told you not to push yourself since you've got important work to do. You should listen to me, nya.
Faris looks happy as she says that. However, I recall what Faris told me in the ramen shop.
The wish Faris made was to save Papa, who died 10 years ago, nya.
If that's true, then to return to the original world line, I have to erase her father. To kill him, essentially. I always keep my promises to you, Rumiho. I made that decision long ago.
Papa, thank you, nya.
The limousine soon reaches Faris's home. So you're looking for an IBM 5100? That's right, I heard you were an enthusiast retro PC collector. Do you know anything about it? I ended up eating dinner at Faris's apartment. Faris's father was extremely grateful to me and invited me up. I would have been okay with just borrowing the shower, but he even prepared a change of clothes for me, and he even told me I could stay since it's still too dangerous to go outside. During the meal, I try asking about the IBM 5100, ignoring the pain I still feel throughout my body. It's quite unusual for a man your age to know about the IBM 5100. He smiles when I bring up his hobby of collecting old PCs. I did have one. I gave it away, though. You gave it away? Yes, I had a compelling reason. He glances at his daughter. Faris keeps eating her meal silently. Did you donate it to Yanabayashi Shrine? To a shrine? No. No? All the strength drains from my body. Were my efforts for nothing? I don't think Hashida-san, who entrusted the IBM 5100 to me, could ever forgive me for what I did. Hashida? As in Hashida Suzu? Faris's dad nods. Suzuha's pseudonym. My pulse rises instantly upon hearing that name. She did it. She found an IBM 5100. She brought it to Akiba. She completed her mission. Tears well up in my eyes. I bite them back. This is an old story. A story from before my company got as big as it is. Rumiho was kidnapped. The kidnapper demanded an unthinkable ransom. Maybe I should have mortgaged the company instead. But at that moment, someone appeared like a godsend, offering a large sum of money to buy my IBM 5100. I sold it, which gave me enough to prepare Rumiho's ransom.
Let's not talk about that, nya.
For some reason, Faris's face turns red with embarrassment. If I had to say, her dad seems really happy to tell us this story. Not something you'd expect from a kidnapping story. So, who was the buyer? A French businessman, I believe. I think I still have his contact information. Would you like it? I politely declined the offer. There's no way the IBM 5100 will arrive from France in time, and I doubt we could afford to pay for it anyway. Plus, there's a high possibility the buyer is related to CERN or to the Rounders. I clenched my fist, then opened it again. Why won't you return to me, IBM 5100? It's well past midnight, and I'm still awake. My body hurts too much to sleep. And then there's the question eating at my mind. What should I do? How can I cancel the D-mail that saved Faris' father? My encounter with the man himself has given birth to unnecessary internal conflict. I'm about to steal Faris' father away from her. I need to do it to save my Yuri. But does that give me the right to play God? I hear a knock, and then the door opens.
Kyoma?
Oh, Faris, still awake?
May I come in?
Normally Faris would have added nya to the end of that question. Without waiting for my answer, Faris steps inside. Then she sits next to me on the bed. She's not wearing her cat ears.
Thanks for earlier. When the viral gang started chasing me, I was really scared.
Does she have a fever or something? Why is she talking normally? She usually pretends to be a cat girl. Does this mean she's not using her Faris persona right now? Is this the real Akiha Rumiho? It's actually refreshing to hear Faris talk normally like this. It excites me for some reason, like she's showing me a side of herself that no one has ever seen.
That was the first time I ever felt such a black emotion from a huge crowd of people. Those guys...
Oh, nope, that's Rinjiro. Those guys were obsessed with black. She slaps me on the knee lightly.
Come on, I'm trying to be serious.
What? Even her retort is normal. The person sitting in front of me isn't a cat-eared maid, and she isn't the Rhinet champion. She's just a normal girl.
Does it still hurt?
No, I'm fine.
Okabe-san, I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't been there. I shiver just thinking about it.
Don't correct yourself like that. Just call me what you usually do. Faris sighs.
Anyway, Kyoma, I can't thank you enough. Thank you, honestly. You know, Kyoma, you're my prince.
Prince? What's with the fairy tale talk? She's giving me goosebumps. This calls for Hoin Kyoma. I am not a prince. I am an insane mad scientist and... Before I finish, Faris throws herself on top of me. Huh? She wraps her arms around me tightly. Faris?
I want you to call me Rumiho.
No, Faris is Faris, remember? This is bad. What should I do? What does Faris want?
Hey, I think it's time to end this. You went back in time and risked your life to save me. So I want to grant your wish too.
But... I swallow the rest of my words. Granting my wish would mean erasing her father's existence. My heart aches. It was like this with Suzuha too. I erased everything that Suzuha had shared with us in 2010, including her memories of meeting her father. I did it for the sake of my personal goal, to save my Yuri. Must I once again sacrifice someone else's dream?
It was on my 8th birthday.
Still clinging to me, Faris looks down and begins her story.
I wanted Papa to take a break from work so he could spend time with me. Papa's company wasn't as big back then, so he worked every day from morning to night. I never got to see him. The present I wanted most was for him to spend one whole day with me. And Papa promised. He promised he'd spend the entire day with me no matter what. But something came up and he had to break his promise the day before. I was so afraid that Papa didn't really love me. So on my birthday I ran away from home. I wanted to make Papa worry.
Faris pauses here for a time. Then she looks up at me and continues with tears in her eyes.
The plane Papa was on made a bad landing. Only one person died in the accident. Everyone else was unharmed.
Don't tell me.
The one casualty was Papa.
That was before the world line changed.
I couldn't believe the world would be so cruel to me. I hate you, Papa. You should just die. Those were the last words I ever said to him. And that's how our relationship ended. Forever.
I can hear the tears in her voice.
I loved him, so why? Why did I say those things to him? I always felt guilty because of what I said. I always wished I could go back in time, change what happened.
Then did fate guide us towards each other?
When I heard you talking about your time machine, I thought I was being given a chance.
Faris, Rumio, that's enough for today. You don't have to say anything more.
No, let me finish.
Faris doesn't let go of me. She sniffles and wipes away her tears, putting on a smile.
I'm okay now. Papa came to save me, so I know how much he really loves me. I really enjoyed having this time to spend with him. It was like a gift to us from heaven. But now you need to go change things back to the way they were.
But...
Mayushi's a very important friend to me. If Mayushi's in danger, they'll do anything to save her.
I'm sorry.
Weren't you listening? This current reality isn't reality at all, but rather a gift to my father and me. Or maybe I should call it a dream. Papa doesn't belong in this time. You're just turning things back to normal. Thank you for letting me have this dream, Kyoma.
Are you really okay with that? Faris buries her face into my chest.
Actually, I'm not okay at all. I remember how things were before the world changed. But I also remember how everything was after the world changed, you know? I'm actually kind of freaking out right now. What happened before the change and after the change are all mixed up inside me. I don't know which one is real anymore. But if I try to fight it, it'll just make you sad, won't it? I don't want to make you sad. You are my prince, after all.
We can do something. There might be a world where you don't lose your dad and Mayuri doesn't die. If we try...
It's okay. I've accepted it. I don't want to run away anymore.
There's nothing I can say to that. So instead, I tightly embrace her slender body. Thank you.
Hey, is it okay if I cry a little before we change things back? Is it okay if I cry for Papa?
She's already crying, but I don't say anything. Instead, I silently nod. Faris's body trembles with emotion as I hold her. Her father is sleeping in the room next door, so she probably doesn't want him to hear. She cries into my chest, muffling her sobs. It's almost noon. I feel dizzy. It's like my brain is rusty. My whole body is heavy with fatigue. The pain from my wounds has subsided, thankfully, but in the end, I couldn't sleep a wink. I promised Faris that we'd commence the operation at noon. Until then, we wait at Faris's apartment. I've already contacted Daru and the others back at the lab. I told them we'd be performing an experiment today.
Kyoma!
Faris. I can see the traces of tears on her face. The sight makes my heart ache.
I'll go say my last goodbyes to Papa now, Nya.
Oh? Her usual speaking habits returned the second she donned her cat ears. What a nifty piece of equipment.
Let me be alone with Papa for a while, Nya.
Maybe I should say wait. Maybe I should say sorry. But I say nothing to Faris's back as she heads to her father's study. By the time Faris finishes her farewells with her father and comes out of the study, the phone wave names of its changes settings are already complete. I contact Daru at the lab and make sure the Brown Tube Workshop's 42-inch CRT is turned on. Now all we have to do is send the D-mail. But I hesitate. Instead of meeting Faris's eyes, I look down at my feet. Eternal separation from her father. I wonder what Faris is thinking now.
Don't be like that, Kyoma. You've done nothing wrong, Nya.
But...
Nya, again, yeah. No more talking, yeah.
Okay. I can't stay sad when Faris is trying to cheer me up. I steel myself for what I need to do. Yesterday, just before she left the room, Faris told me the contents of the first email she sent. 100 mil for your kid. Take the train. That mail stopped her father from getting on the airplane. As a result, he didn't die. But that wasn't the only effect it had on the timeline. Her father needed to sell the IBN 5100 to prepare the 100 million yen ransom. As a result, Faris never donated the IBN 5100 to Yanabayashi Shrine. With her father alive, Faris didn't participate in Akihabara's city development conferences. Otaku-oriented businesses never took root in Akiba. Meikui Nyanyan never opened. Faris wasn't as busy, which allowed her to join the Rynet tournament circuit. In other words, this Worldline's Faris has a normal life. On the Worldline I came from, Faris was not only a student, but also the heir to her father's company, an influential member of the Akihabara Development Board, and a part-time maid waitress. Which life is better for her? Which will give her greater happiness? That's not my decision. It's hers. And her decision is to return to the way things were. I'm just here to help her wake up from this dream. Faris has already entered the cancellation D-mail. JK on ransom. I love you, Papa. See you soon. These are Faris's true last words to her father.
When we change things back, will my memories of this world disappear, yeah?
Of course not. You'll remember. You have memories from both worlds right now, don't you?
Is that why you were so desperate to help Faris, yeah?
That's open to your interpretation. I feel my cheeks get warm, so I hang my head to hide my face.
Faris doesn't want to forget her time with Kyoman, yeah?
Thank you. I take Faris's phone. I'm sorry, Faris. I lied to you. When we change things back to the way they were, your memories of this Worldline will almost certainly disappear. Perhaps another miracle will happen, and you'll regain your memories of this Worldline too, but I can't be sure. There are no guarantees. And so, I will engrave these memories onto my heart. The memory of Faris, the Rynet champion. The memory of her father, who gave thanks to a stranger like me for protecting his daughter. I will carry them for you, always.
Bye-bye, Papa.
It must be done. For my Yuri's sake. I must erase Faris's memories, just as I did Suzuha's. There's no other way. I give Faris back her phone.
Kyoma?
No. I won't let this dream end yet. Don't jump to conclusions. We should explore other methods. After all, her father's life hangs in the balance. Let's try another way. I can't kill your dad.
Kyoma! I'm sorry, Nya. Faris led you astray, Nya.
No, it's okay. This is my decision. I don't have what it takes to be a god. That burden is too much for me to bear. And I think that that is a good place to cut it. Rest assured, I did just save right before making that decision. I just wanted to show the Faris ending. So that will be next episode. If you want to continue my journey towards the actual end of the game, then you don't have to watch that one yet. But, you know, I'm sure that it will be very interesting to see on a rewatch, or maybe after you finish with the regular series. But either way, just, oh my god, all of the heartbreak in this game really gets to me. Just seeing people's relationships crumble, and just the sacrifices that everybody has to make, and just the pain that everybody is dealing with. And there's a lot like that in regular life. Everybody's got something, some sort of tragedy going on in their life that they're holding on to, that they're dealing with. However small, however large. And, I don't know. I think this game does it very well. Just showing how everybody can be people and everybody can have their outer feelings and their personas, but still deep down, there's still people just making their way in the world. And that's something I like about this series a lot. But yeah, thank you all so much for following my playthrough of Steins Gate, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now.